It's time for Big Brother to reveal to the house who is up for eviction on Friday.
Nominated for eviction this week are...
Oh my God, she's...
In no particular order. Dina. And... Lydia.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
These two housemates will face the public vote this week.
Good luck, girls.
You okay, Anne?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. I knew it was going to be that anyway.
Yeah.
No surprise, it's all right. You got what you wanted.
One day, babe, we are going to be up.
I'm getting that much first one. I didn't want to do that.
So, Lydia and Dina will face the public vote on Friday. Can we have the lights back up, please? Ooh, can you please take that thing off your face now? Thank you very much. OK, so are the right two people up? Yeah.
Dina.
Yeah, no, I think Dina, you know, if she goes, then I don't think there'll be any change. But if Lydia goes...
Massive change.
Massive change. So
Massive change.
Yeah, I think the public will be stupid to get rid of Lydia.
General consensus that yes, then the right two people? Or does anybody think someone else should have...
That Connor should have been put up for automatic...
No!
Yeah, I do, for his behaviour, as punishment, and let the public have voted on his behaviour. Whether it was an accident or not, I don't think that he's recognising. I think Big Brother is handing over the responsibility to Connor to recognise how appalling his behaviour was. I don't think he's recognised it, and there's been no punishment. I mean, Big Brother hasn't said, we'll come back to you, Connor, or you're on a warning, or anything like that. They've just said, do you realise, and put him back in the house.
The one thing I can say is that he wasn't just in the diary room once. He did spend quite a lot of time in there with them, and they did talk to him quite a lot. And they also took Dina in as well to make sure she was OK. And she said, I'm absolutely fine with it. You know, don't worry. So at least that is something, I suppose.
She should have played on it.
No, I'm not. Get him out of
You would have milked that for days.
No.
You would have done.
Honestly, I wouldn't have. She should have been like,
would have done.
I'm so hurt and traumatised and everything, you know? Because she's kind of like feeling a little bit like, oh, I'm always the one being talked about, blah, 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 blah. So for once, she should have, like...
She kind of is on her own.
Yeah, she feels like she should have, like, used a little bit of a tactic.
But she hasn't
she's
quite
not a
got
game
the
player.
intelligence, has she? I'm sorry, it's got to be said.
Yeah.
She's not upstairs.
She doesn't seem like much of a game player in that respect.
She's not. No.
So Helen, Lydia is up for the second time. Can she survive this one?
Well, I agree with the group here. I mean, I think it seems that looking at the venom of the boys ganging up, I mean, they are, for some reason, so anti-Dina that they're going to be happy with nothing other than if Dina goes. So Lydia's got a third chance.
But is our audience reflective of how the boys feel? Is it... who would we rather have stay? Lydia. Oh, God. It's so bizarre that everyone is saying Lydia because so many of the audience that we normally have are all, like, so anti-Lydia, aren't they?
Yeah.
And...
She may be anti-Lydia, but she's fun.
She is. She's cracking.
Somebody strong in that group as well. Needs to have someone strong in that group too.
Yeah. Because there is definitely two very clear divides in there as well now.
I think Lydia thinks she's lost her power, though. She was all powerful, and then she kind of like physically diminished and diminished and diminished. And she's like, I'm not the kind of person to not be powerful, which I didn't really like. That's not a very attractive thing to say, is it? So I think she's going to have to work hard. She might have just had a lucky escape because Dina's going to get it.
Yeah. Dina's never, Jamie, really got on with Lydia or the boys. She's never really gelled with them.
Yeah.
What could she have done more, do you think? What could have helped her cause?
Do you know what? I don't think she's done anything wrong. I think that, with the exception of probably Luke A and possibly Scott and Adam, they're the only ones in there that are kind of just being themselves and are just generally going along with whatever happens.
She just hasn't kind of clicked with the cool kids, really.
No, but then why should you? You know, unless you have got a game plan, you should be allowed just to go in the house and just try and get on with who you actually like, rather than who you think will help.
Well, that's the whole point of it, surely. Different people coming together.
But there are two very distinct packs at the moment, and she's kind of she doesn't really fit with either of them, I think.
No.
But she finds solace in Lauren and Luke A because they're more understanding to the kind of things that she's been going through, I guess.
Heaven, what can she do to save herself? Is there anything at this point?
Well, yeah, for starters, she'd have to definitely get past this eviction. That's the only way I could see her coming back, joining in the fun,
otherwise she's out of the house.
being humorous.
That's profound, Heaven.
You know,
that's very profound.
No, do you know what I mean? Because that's the first
That's what I
thing.
mean. How can she?
I don't know if she'll be able to from now until Friday.
You don't think she can do enough?
Because, you know, she's just been isolated from the beginning where she had to nominate people to their faces.
Yeah.
And then she kind of took on the whole paranoia of thinking everyone was always against her and then took it really personal. She didn't enjoy herself.
But it's such a tricky choice because you've got Dina who hasn't really done anything wrong and you've got Lydia who's kind of done quite a bit wrong but that people really still want to see in the house.
That's because she's playing a good game, Lydia.
And that's when you
Lydia's
have to
playing
question what kind of show you are, how you're watching the show and how you vote for it.
Exactly.
Are you going to keep in someone
Nobody
that is
likes a
really
victim.
nice
She's a
and could
victim.
potentially be a nice winner, or are you keeping somebody in that's going to make it interesting for the next...
Do you keep the killer or the filler?
Exactly! Connor has said that he would target Dina and Lydia.
Yeah.
They're both up for eviction this week. So is his influence becoming more powerful in the house?
I don't know, he's kind of... I'm surprised that Luke S and him haven't kind of butted heads a bit more since Benedict left, really. I thought that Benedict kind of...
Connor and Luke S?
Sorry, yeah, because I think that Luke S considered himself to be the alpha male, and I think Connor now does as well. And since Benedict is gone...
They're really tight, though, aren't they?
They are, but
just a
again,
gang
they're both
now.
very tactical as well. So sooner or later, they've got to butt heads and they've got to go against each other because that's just the way it works.
But Luke S has got himself a bit of you-know-whatty to distract himself. Is that the right Luke? It's not the other Luke, is it?
No.
A little bit of fluff.
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud? Is whoever stays this week in danger next week? Are they just automatically going to go up again?
If Lydia stays, I reckon she'll be up again, and then I don't think she'll be safe.
You don't think she'll survive a third week?
No.
Does anybody think Lydia can just keep surviving?
Yeah. She's got special powers. You know, there's a ward. There's a ward in St Thomas's Hospital called Lydia, and they cure you for having the clap and things like that. So she'll be all right.
Oh, look,
you know what I mean? She'll be fine.
What's on your shoulder, Coco?
Some fans made this little thing of me. Look at that, Coco Bean. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
4 for £10 in Arrow.
4 for a tenner. Bargain. So if you disagree with any of their views, give Jamie a bell and you might just be on telly in about 12 minutes' time. In the meantime, why not put your money where your mouth is and vote to save your fave? Welcome back to Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, earlier, we saw the housemates putting nasty things in their mouths, though I should say the rumours of Ashley having an advantage on the others are completely unfounded. Here's an exclusive clip for you all, and this one is smoking.
I've done nothing to these people, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's blatant cheating.
Fucking just winds me up so much.
I always thought it would be fair. Siobhan came up to me and she goes, I want you to know that, like, I haven't been involved in any conversations with your name in and stuff. There's been stuff going on, I'm telling you, there's been stuff going on and they haven't even, like, put their foot down. But the sheep followed the shepherd. I said to you, I had a feeling that that would happen, that they would all just go with it because it was the easiest thing to do. Just follow. How am I supposed to, like, stay here with these people, like, knowing that that's what they did to me? Like, people I haven't even done anything to.
I mean, you don't know that for certain. It could have just been...
I didn't do anything to these people. They, like, because one person shouted, like, my name or something, that's why this has happened. I can't believe it. I never thought that would happen just from what someone heard.
Let's hope if any of the public see this and on Friday night they get an opportunity to shout someone's name out.
Well, you're screwed either way because there's both of us now. So one of us is going.
No, I don't mean like you two, I mean like...
Yeah, of course. But it's just a joke because one of us is going. So your numbers have just diminished. And now Andy's got to come down again.
She is not happy, is she? I'm going to stop singing now. Right, so Big Brother fans know, to be a great housemate, you need 3 things. A massive gob, 1, a shocking appetite for sexy times, and a whole host of regrettable tattoos. This year's must-have accessories for housemates is body art. Who can forget Frankie Kokosa's bottom? Who can forget it? It gave birth to a whole new breed of housemates, but not literally. Joining us now to explain what all the ink means is body language expert Judy James. Judy, you study body language.
Yes.
So how do tattoos work in that?
It's like the ultimate body language, really. I mean, most body language is subliminal, but when you have a tattoo, you decide. It's a bit like the text that goes on giving, because it will give out a message to the rest of the world for the rest of your life, probably.
Okay.
So it really defines the way that you want to be seen by the people, which is very telling.
So it's a statement for everyone to see?
For everyone to... Well, not all of these parts of the anatomy, but quite a bit of it.
OK, let's start with Connor, then, and his.
Connor's is fascinating, because he's got this huge arm tattoo that actually looks very warrior-like.
Yeah.
So it would be, in animal terms, a state of aggressive arousal. It's done to intimidate people. But if you look at the actual design itself, it's a kind of Celtic design which should imply somebody a bit more of a dreamer, perhaps, maybe even a bit lazy.
It's not an aggressive design, is it?
It's
inside.
not. I mean, actually, he should be house alpha. He's a big guy. He's showed his strengths, but I think he's probably a little bit too lazy to take control away from pretendy alpha Luke.
Pretendy alpha Luke. I like that. OK, let's move on to Ashley.
Ashley's like a walking post-it note. I mean, she's got little messages all over her body, and I think, you know, if guys get bored, they can read them, so it makes her just a bit more interesting. I mean, she's got love here, but hers are interesting because when you see a woman with messages, it's usually to be read by herself, a little reminder of how I want to be. But hers only work externally.
Here.
She's got some she probably has never even seen. And so she can only see them when she's having a fag, and then she projects to the rest of the world, so we see love then, or when she's flicking her hair around. So attention-seeking, but I don't think she really understands what she's saying.
OK. Luke A.
Luke's are lovely. They're probably the most tasteful ones. They're nicely done, a bit of a perfectionist, I think. Some of them are quite feminine. He's got some quite nice small designs, but this one is on his bicep. No, this one's on his bicep, and this one actually would accentuate the masculinity, the strength of the whole thing. He's probably the most grounded. A lot of these are just random ramblings, but his
but you
would
think
imply...
this was more thought about?
More thought, and it implies perhaps more comfortable within that long-term relationship that he's got, so less need to advertise.
OK, Siobhan.
Siobhan's is the most sexual. It's on the part of her anatomy that leads down to the buttocks and the washing label here on the knickers. But, so you've got lots of signalling going on there. But that's attracting the eye to the most sexual part of the female body. However, I mean, it's quite mystical, it's quite complex, so I think she's showing that she doesn't want to sort of do spontaneous, superficial relationships, as though you've got to really understand because I'm quite deep.
And she's taken that mother role kind of in the house.
Yeah, yes, sort of quite angry mother at times, but yes, it's she would definitely see herself as a thinker, maybe even an intellectual.
What about her conflict with Adam? Does that tell us anything?
Yeah, because, I mean, this is no sense of humour when it comes to sex, whereas Adam, I think, looking at his in a minute, I think he would probably laugh a woman into bed or expect her to laugh.
Oh, there's me laughing.
Going on there.
OK, next is Luke S.
This is, I mean, this is
Does that say sense of humour?
No, it's not
okay.
ironic. I think women are supposed to sort of worship at the temple of his vanity with this, like we'd actually want to kiss his guns. And no woman... I mean, that would be a deal-breaker, wouldn't it, once the minute you saw that?
Yeah, I mean, if I kind
you.
of saw that, I would go, oh, that's a joke, right? Oh, no, it's not, right, bye.
No, and I mean, it's actually more of an advert to the guys as well, you know, look, women love me. And for me, if you've got to advertise it, you're probably not doing it in real life. So that goes...
OK, let's move on to Adam, who is, I'm surprised, not the alpha male of the house.
No, and again, he should be. You know, he's got a background. I mean, he should be definitely taking the alpha role, and I think this explains why, really. you know, he's got this sock tattooed, which is
It's just
hopefully...
brilliant, Judy, isn't it?
Hopefully it's a hoot and he gets it. What he might not understand about the UK psyche is that for women it's the socks coming off last in bed that are a complete turn-off, and with his you'd have to prise them off. He's got 2 big tattoos on his arms at the back. Now, they would be more a sign of perhaps being in an aggressive environment. It kind of saves you, it protects your back.
Yeah.
But then these would perhaps draw an attack in LA, wouldn't they, I would imagine, on the street?
Maybe this is his fun side, though, maybe.
Well, and that's it. I think he could be an alpha, but I think he's learnt how to chill. I think he's got this sense of humour. Step back, definitely. And that's really why these two don't get one another. I mean, he really has got that sense of humour.
OK, now we have a surprise one. You ready for this one?